All right, viewers, let's take you now directly to Karnal. In a short while from now, we're going to get you the latest visuals that are streaming in. Now, these visuals coming in from Karnal suggest a massive show of strength by farmers. All right, this is the news break that we're getting in. Water cannons now being used against the farmers who have gathered after the Mahapanchayat in Karnal. En masse, the farmers marching towards the mini secretariat. Lots of barricades have been put, barricades have been breached as well, and the first line of defense by the police. There are other forces as well. The first line of defense after the barricades is water cannon. Water cannon now being used against the farmers who are there in thousands. The mission of the farmers this time around in Karnal is to march to the mini secretariat. The farmers here are demanding the sacking of the STM of Karnal. Viewers, let me hark your memory back to 2 weeks ago when the STM of Karnal was heard. A clip went viral. In that clip, he was heard saying that break the heads of farmers who try and cross over to the other side. He, in fact, was transferred, but the farmers want more. They want him to be sacked and a murder charge to be put against the STM. All of this in a show of strength. Farmers from UP, Haryana banding together here. After a fairly long time, we've seen this amount of farmer strength, especially in Haryana. 2 days ago, we saw a similar gathering, much more than this, in Muzaffarnagar in Uttar Pradesh. And now that protest has moved to Karnal. And in Karnal, they want the sacking of the SDM, who used language which he later regretted, but language which the farmers say is unacceptable, because viewers, what happened after that was also a brutal lathi charge on farmers in Karnal on that day, and the SDM then was caught on camera saying break the heads of farmers. There are other paramilitary forces there as well. The farmers today held a Mahapanchayat in terms of farm leaders. Lots of farm leaders present here. They are spearheading the movement as well. On your screens, there's also Piket, who is now in Karnal, Haryana. He was addressing the rally 2 days ago in Muzaffarnagar, and now you can see him in Karnal, Haryana. The latest, viewers, is as we're going to play out those visuals, which you can see water cannons being used. That's the first line of defense. But let's quickly cut across to all the reports that are being filed in as we speak.
आप देखिए किस तरह से भारी तादाद में किसान अब नेशनल हाईवे के जरिए सचिवालय की ओर जा रहे हैं। आप देखिए यहाँ पे पुलिस ने इस एरिया को अप्रूवल दिया है कि इस रास्ते से वो निकल सकते हैं। लगभग 3-4 किलोमीटर का रास्ता है और यहाँ पे शोर और नारों के बीच झंडे आपको बीकू के दिख जाएंगे। उनके बीच कई लोगों के हाथ में ये झंडे हैं। उनके बीच आप राकेश टिकैत को बीच में देख सकते हैं और तमाम किसान नेता। वार्ता जो है वो टूट गई है, सहमति नहीं बन पाई। उसके बाद किसानों ने कहा कि वो सचिवालय में कूच करेंगे, घेराव करेंगे सचिवालय का। और यहाँ पे दाईं तरफ अगर आप देखें तो किसान है और बाईं तरफ नेशनल हाईवे दिखाइए संजीव, ये नेशनल हाईवे है। पुलिस को इस बात की भी टेंशन है कि कहीं नेशनल हाईवे ना जाम कर दे। बहरहाल ये तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं करनाल में किस तरह से किसान सड़क पर उतर आए हैं। सुबह से 10 बजे से लगातार किसानों का धरना अनाज मंडी में चल रहा था। पीछे उधर दूर नजर दौड़ाइए, वहां पे तक से ये कतार बहुत बड़ा रेला है किसानों का। ऊपर ड्रोन के जरिए नजर रखी जा रही है प्रशासन। यहाँ आप देखिए ड्रोन कैमरे के जरिए पूरी घटना पर नजर रखा हुआ है। और चाहे वो बसें कह लीजिए या एंटी राइट व्हीकल्स कह लीजिए या पुलिस और अर्धसैनिक बल कह लीजिए, भारी तैनाती है। पर कहीं ना कहीं इस बात की सहमति जरूर बनी है कि इस रास्ते से किसान अपना विरोध जाहिर कर सकते हैं। और यहाँ पे ये भी देखना दिलचस्प है कि किसानों को जो है संभालने के लिए कुछ इस तरह से कॉर्डन बनाया गया है। एंट्री पॉइंट पे किसान संगठन के ही वॉलंटियर्स क्राउड को जो है काबू में रखने के लिए इस तरह से कोशिश कर रहे हैं। पर क्राउड काफी ज्यादा है। आप देखिए सही तो पूरा रास्ता जो है रखने की जगह नहीं है, लोगों से पटा हुआ है। ऐसे में कितना नियंत्रण में प्रशासन इस भीड़ को रख पाता है, ये एक बहुत बड़ी चुनौती होने वाली है, क्योंकि आगे ये सर्विस लेन नेशनल हाईवे पे मिल जाती है और बड़े बड़े ट्रकों के जरिए बालू भर के प्रशासन ने रास्ता रोकने की कोशिश प्रशासन करेगा।
We are on Ambala New Delhi highway and this is the flyover just opposite to Karnal Civil Secretariat. We can see hundreds of farmers are still moving on the roads. On my extreme right side you can see this is the Karnal Civil Secretariat where thousands of farmers have reached. Police now had barricaded in routes leading to the Civil Secretariat, but the farmers were able to remove the barricading. Just see, the farmers have now removed the barricading. Just see, police is not present there. Farmers have just removed this barricading just 500 meters away from Karnal Civil Secretariat. The farmers had given a week's ultimatum to the Haryana government to book the controversial IS officer who had ordered cracking the heads of the protesting farmers. But the state government got transferred the officer but did not take any administrative action. Neither he was booked nor other demands including the compensation to the farmers who were injured in police action have been paid so far. The farmers had also demanded 25 lakh rupees worth of compensation to the family of the farmer who died in the hospital later and a government job. But the two levels of talks between the farmer unions and the local administration failed to bear any fruit. With video journalist Dilip Sahu, this is Manjit Sehgal in Karnal for India Today.
All right, viewers, thousands of farmers marching right now to the Karnal Mini Secretariat. Now, they started the Mahapanchayat at the Anaj Mandi. Usually, okay, these are more visuals that are coming in. Clearly, this is not looking good. The farmers are breaching barriers. Many barriers already breached that you can see on your television screen. The information that is filtering in right now seems to suggest that things have come to a boil, especially because one of the last barriers to the Mini Secretariat, which the farmers want to march till, the farmers tried to breach it, and the police has used water cannons. Manjit Sehgal is with me. He's going to try and get me the latest coming in. Manjit, would you apprise us of the latest situation right now? Water cannons were used a short while back. Are things still on the boil or has it all calmed down?
Well, Preeti, hundreds of farmers managed to enter the mini secretariat here at Karnal. The police was helpless. They first removed the barricading at 3 to 4 places and then they started marching towards the civil secretariat. But the police finally used the water cannons to disperse the crowd. It is still on boil. The farmers are farmers have outnumbered the police.
Manjit, I'm sorry I'm coming in, but just confirm this for us. You're saying a lot of farmers have breached the barricades and have entered the mini secretariat. Is there vandalism? Please, can you get us more?
Yes, indeed. The farmers were not only holding the flags, but were holding iron rods, wooden sticks in their hands. There was a visible anger in many of them. They were marching and first they reached the Namaste Chowk. They removed 2 of the trucks which were parked by the police to stop them marching towards the civil secretariat. But they, as I said earlier, they outnumbered the police officials and marched towards the civil secretariat. Again, there was a 3-layer barricading put up by the police to stop them, but they managed to remove the barricading and try to enter the civil secretariat. They were just a few 100 meters away from the civil secretariat when the police used water cannons to disperse them. Are the farmers still inside the
civil secretariat, Manjit?
Still dozens of them are still near the civil secretariat. And
outside are things still... outside, is it dialed down a little or tempers still very high?
Well, tempers are still very high as the farmers were very angry with the local administration. They had given a 7-day ultimatum to the district administration.
So you're telling us right now, Manjit, hold that thought. You're telling us right now farmers are outside in large numbers. Some of them, like you said, have breached the barricade, entered the mini secretariat. The police trying to get the situation in control, but right now there is chaos. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed, there is a chaos. The farmers are angered even after the police used the water canyon. Some of them have now left the civil secretariat, but dozens of them are still in and around the civil secretariat shouting slogans against the Khattar government and the union government as well. Farmers, as I said, had given a 7-day ultimatum to the state government to accept their demands, but none of the demands were met.
Manjeet,
the two-level talks also failed.
Manjeet, okay, yes. The fact is they had their demands 7 days ago, especially the sacking and murder charge against the STM. But having said that, the police till now has used water cannons. Has any other form of force been used yet? Because now this is, the situation is clearly out of control. You have farmers inside the mini secretariat.
Yes, indeed, this situation is out of control, but the police remained calm. First, they allowed to hold them the Mahapanchayat. They said they also appealed farmers to leave the panchayat, leave the venue, but they were adamant to protest on Gherao.
So the police, okay, Manjeet, before I let you go, the police now still trying to control the farmers with water cannons, correct?
Yes, the police is trying to stop the farmers from entering the civil secretariat. They have used the water canyons. The people, though some of them have left the civil secretariat, but still dozens of them have spilled on the roads again and shouting slogans against the Khattar and union government.
Are the farmers going to disperse later because they have achieved what they wanted to do, or is this going to carry on?
Well, the farmer leaders have said that as the government has not accepted their demands, they will continue their protest against the state government till the criminal cases registered against
Manjeet, as of now, right now, are they dispersing? Can you see them disperse?
Yes, many of them have already left. I've seen the vehicles moving towards Chandigarh and other areas from there come, but some of them are still there. Some fell on the grounds as well as the force was brutal. There were also women among them. Some of them have also been injured. And the administration tried at their level best to stop them from entering and marching towards the civil secretariat, but they outnumbered the police force. Section 144 was also in place, but the farmers defied the sections and continued their protest against the government.
All right, Manjeet, I appreciate you for joining us. Let's quickly get our viewers up to speed with the latest. There are a few farmers, as my colleague Manjeet Negi told us, there are a few farmers right now inside the mini secretariat. A few of them, there are quite a few that have dispersed, but things still not under control. We're going to come revisit the story in a short while from now, but I want to quickly shift focus to the other big developing story. All right, we're going to go to that in a short while. I'm going to cut across to a break. Stay with me. Welcome back. You're watching a fact check segment where we bust certain claims masquerading to be facts on social media platforms and WhatsApp groups. Now, there was a clip, especially after the Mahapanchayat in Muzaffarnagar making the round, suggesting that Tiket raised Allahu Akbar chants at the Mahapanchayat. Well, the fact check on that, the viral clip is edited. He did say Allahu Akbar, but this clip has been edited to mean something else entirely. With that quick fact check, time for us to go into a quick break. To stay with me. Updates continue on the other side. It's to the point.